already live. I'm over here having technical difficulties. Y'all see, we are still out here, boots on the ground at the Diddy trial. And it is a lot going on. Now, I done stepped off to the side and walked out away from the chaos to bring you guys what is happening now. So they are electing to do a bond hearing for Diddy. And in this bond hearing, because the most serious charge has been dropped, the RICO, Diddy's team is moving to get him out of jail on bond and get him released. Now, Cassie's lawyer just released a statement saying that she fears that he is going to go after her and all of the other people that testified. So they released a statement. I'm going to share it with you guys as well and let you guys know what's going on. But it is a lot calmer outside. They added a lot more police presence. You can see the media tents right here. You can see the media presence right there. And it's a lot going on. But I'm going to sit down and chat with y'all. I just wanted y'all to see that I'm still here, still boots on the ground, still doing the damn thing. But let me sit down and pull up the letter that her attorney has submitted because they are wanting Diddy to remain behind bars after this. Now, there has been a lot happening. We were just inside the overflow room and child, it was the clash of the titans, okay? So y'all saw the ruckus that happened outside for the cameras. And, you know, Tisa and other content creators were having exchanges. Well, I might go into detail later, but there was some confrontations going on inside the courtroom, okay? It was some confrontations going on, and I'm just being a fly on the wall and observing it all, okay? Because, child, as long as y'all don't come say nothing to me or do nothing to me, child, y'all good. But yeah, it was some words exchanged. Torre from MTV almost got into a fight. They literally had to pull Torre away from people who were trying to engage in a all-out battle with him. All right, like we were about to exit the building and they like confronted him because he was saying that he felt like Diddy was guilty. And so a man stepped to him, he said, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Yeah, and what you gonna do about it? And Torre went and ran up on the guy, and then they had to literally pry Torre back. It's a lot going on. Okay, now one of the people that was heckling Tisa, I'll give y'all this little tidbit real quick. So we were about to get into the elevator. Tisa was in the overflow room because they didn't allow the media to go up to the top and be in the courtroom. So everybody was in the overflow room. The people that was heckling, the people that, you know, one side or another, everybody was in the overflow room. Tisa to anybody you can name, we're all in there, okay? So we were going to the elevator and Tisa kind of like brushed past me, and I'm looking like, wait a minute, girl, that was a little close. What's you know, because she like brisked past with like, you know, a certain type of energy. So I'm like, you know, she brisked past, and I'm like, okay, you know, and then she went and stepped to somebody. But I ain't the one that got some. You ain't heard that from me. But she went and stepped to somebody's child and said all kind of unfavorable things. And they both went back and forth about, you know, how they got money and I got this and I got this many views and that many views. And child, it was a whole thing. Okay, it was a whole thing. Now, again, as long as ain't nobody said nothing to me, I was fine. But, you know, she did brisk past me a little bit. And I was like, hold on, Tisa. You know, but she went and confronted somebody else. So, you know, that was that. But, yeah, it's a lot happening, you guys. It's a lot happening. But, you know, I can say that nobody has bothered me other than the crackhead that the other day. You know, there has been nobody that has bothered me at all. She has security so she can hold her own. She don't got security inside the building. I mean, but the marshals are inside the building. But that was a little something. That little scene was a little something there. I said, "Ooh, child, what's happening here? What's happening here?" You know? But yeah, everybody has their emotions very high because there are people who are on certain sides of the fence. There are people that felt strongly that Diddy was guilty, and then there are people who felt strongly that he wasn't guilty. And there was a lot of tensions. Now, they called me over there and they said, Nick at night, come over here, what you was saying. I said, let's get it together now because you know I like to tussle. So what we doing? Are we tussling? What are we talking about? What are we doing? And then they said, no, you good. I said, okay, because you know I throw elbows for real. Okay, what are we having a civil conversation? Are we having dialogue? Or do I need to put my guard up? Okay, we cool. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So I sat down because I told him, I said, you know, I likes to tussle now. Don't get it twisted. I ain't one of them ones that just tussle online. I say what I gotta say. But you know, but no, they were like, you know, they respected me. So hey, cool, you know, don't bother me because baby, oh, you know, back up. But no, it was cool. You know, nobody bothered me. This whole experience has been one for the books. I have gotten so much love out here that it's crazy. I am glad that I stayed. I'm glad that I was able to experience all of this. I'm glad that, you know, even though there was a lot of content creators who, you know, they might be playing nice online, but there are a lot of content creators who do not F with each other up here. Okay. So it's been a lot of different little things. And I just kind of been, you know, making my way. Hey, how you doing? You know, people be, you know, making little shady catty marks. Hey girl, you know, hey, what's up? You know, you just gotta, you know, brush it off. But it's been an interesting experience to say the least. And it was an interesting experience to see how the buildup happened yesterday. Now, today, I was a little late getting to the courtroom today, y'all. I got here right when they had already read the verdict. So I did not get to experience them reading the verdict or whatever. I'm like, dang, somebody have a hold up, somebody have an outburst, somebody faint, like don't let it go on now. But as soon as I got here, they had read the verdict, but I was able to experience all of the aftermath on the outside of the courtroom, and I was able to experience all of the aftermath inside the courtroom when we were waiting for the bail hearing, because that was some tea, child. It was a lot going on, honey. And I said, well, as long as y'all don't bother me, child, everybody else is a grown adult. But let me show you guys the letter that Cassie has sent in to the judge, because she is requesting that Diddy not get let out. So let me pull that up for you guys really quickly. All right. So this was posted by Inner City Press, and it says Cassie's lawyer, Doug Wigner, has written in opposing the bail. It says Ms. Ventura believes that Mr. Combs is likely to pose a danger to victims who testified in this case, including herself as well as the community. The hearing is today at 5. So I'm still here at the courthouse waiting for the hearing or whatever, because that is when we get to find out if they will let Diddy out or not. All right, so we'll find out if they're going to let him out, if they're going to give him bail, if they're going to do anything different. So let's read the letter that they wrote. It says, Dear Judge Submaranian, we write as counsel for Cassie Ventura, Ms. Ventura, to respectfully request the court deny Mr. Combs to be released pending his sentencing and his 2 convictions under 18 USC. It says, Pursuant to the Bail Reform Act 18 USC 1343A2, detention is mandatory post-conviction on these charges, and Ms. Ventura believes that Mr. Combs is likely to pose a danger to the victims who testified in this case. Huh? Okay. It says, including herself as well as the community. We thank the court for its time and attention to this matter. Respectfully submitted. So that is what she submitted in the case, because she feels as though if he gets out on this, that he is going to be hell on wheels for everybody who testified. He said he giving us 5. We got to move. Okay. All right, let me move, y'all. Let me move. But that's what she feels. But that's the same thing that some of the other people said. Let me show y'all the aftermath. It's kind of quiet right now because it's a couple of hours until the bail hearing. And I'm streaming from my laptop. So I'm going to walk by and show y'all the goings-ons that's goings-ons. This is the, oh, let me show y'all the full picture, y'all. Sorry. This is my laptop, so it ain't going to give, you know, the best quality, but we're going to walk by. What do y'all think? This Channel 9 News. Excuse me. I just played with something else. Oh, they got music playing back here. Oh Lord. They got music playing. We got to move by. Hey. Oh, hey, how you doing? You want to say hi to the people?
Absolutely. How you doing?
I gotta run away from the music though.
Okay.
Oh, they got music both places. Oh Lord. All right, I gotta keep going, y'all. They got hey Uda.
Oh, hi.
Hi. You want to say hi to the people?
EB Dollars. That's
Huh?
all. I just want to plug my channel, EB Dollars.
No, you gotta say more than that. What brings you out here today?
What brings me out here? I want to see Diddy come out. He's about to come home.
Do you think he's gonna get bail?
Yeah. $1
You-
million ain't nothing.
They said 5 o'clock now. They said something about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna get bail?
They said it's about conditions and all that. He'll get about that. Yeah, we out here.
Did you hear the verdict?
Big bullies in New Jersey.
Oh, what is that? Who got a drone? It's the. Oh, I don't know if y'all can see the drone. Huh? Oh, that's you. He got the drone. It's a drone, y'all. It's a lot. Let me see if he done calm down.
Back over there. Thank you. Bye-bye. Listen, the defense proposes the following bail package. Yeah. A $1 million bond. B, co-signed by Sean Combs, his mother's sister, and the mother of his oldest daughter. C, Mr. Combs' travel will be restricted to the Southern District of Florida, Central District of California, and the Southern District of New York to attend court and to meet with his counsel, as well as the Eastern District of New York or the District of New Jersey, only to extend that.
All right, y'all. They got the music playing, so they are making proposals for his bail. What channel did that camera on?
We are right now. We're live.
Oh,
on
EB
TikTok.
Dollars.
Your boy Black Ass Dave representing. Shouts out to you recording live. What's your channel, miss?
What's your channel?
Nick
Nick
at night.
Nick and
Like you got
Yeah.
the laptop with you.
I got my glasses recording, by the way.
You know what I'm saying?
You show us
You
some
said
love,
what?
yo.
My glasses are recording.
Oh yeah. See, they got footage everywhere, from the glasses, from the drone, from everything.
What?
It's almost 3,000. Get it right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. But yeah, so we out here, y'all. Let me pull up what the proposal is, because I'm hearing that there is a proposal for bail. So let me pull that up. But we are still boots on the ground, y'all. We still outside and we are still working. All right. What you say?
We wait for the boss to come home.
The boss. You work for Diddy? Yeah.
I work for everybody.
How
Everybody
he?
gonna give me some money.
You say you waiting for the boss? I'm trying to figure out who cutting the checks. Who cutting the check?
I'm a boss my goddamn.
Who cutting the check? I'm like, are they auditioning for a job?
They're trying to give this man life. They like that. They that's what we do. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Are they auditioning for bad boy roles? Let me try to
Brick City, big dog.
submit your resume. I'm just playing. Don't mind me. Okay, let me see if there's anything to share. Let me see if there. Oh shoot!
I want him to beat 50 Cent. Beat 50 Cent. That's what you beat his ass. Yeah, matter of fact, I do work for him. I'm looking for 50 Cent.
All right. So if you guys remember, Cassie's friend Deontay Nash, he has also submitted a letter to request the bail be denied for Diddy as well. So Cassie has submitted a letter saying that she wanted his bail to be denied. And if you guys remember, her friend Deontay Nash, who said that he had to jump on Diddy's back, he has also submitted a letter as well. So let me pull up the letter that he submitted and share with y'all what he is saying, because he is also requesting that if he is released, that he is going to be a danger to them as well. So it says, update, U.S. Submits letter docu-signed by Deontay Nash, release. It says, Dear Judge Submaranian, I'm writing to express my grave concern over the prospect of Sean Combs being released from custody. While I appreciate the fairness you have shown throughout this proceeding, I feel compelled to be unequivocal about the danger he poses to the public and to the individuals who have risked everything by coming forward. Mr. Combs has a long, well-documented history of violent, coercive, and retaliatory behavior over the years. He has repeatedly escaped meaningful accountability, and each time this has only reinforced his sense of impunity. If he is released now, I have no doubt he will see it as yet another license to continue intimidating, threatening, and harming people who will challenge or expose him. All right, so that is the letter from Deontay Nash. And as you can see, he wrote so much more. But I am just giving you guys the update as it's coming on in. As you see, I am still here down at the Diddy trial, and I'm going to give you guys the updates as they come in. Now, his bond hearing is going to be at 5 p.m. So in 2 hours, we'll find out what the fate is going to be. Now, I want to pull up and see where they are proposing. So now let me show you guys what his lawyer is proposing for him to get out. Let me walk down a little bit. Excuse me. Let me walk down a little bit because this that bus is a little bit loud. Can I stand right here? All right, let me come over here where it's a little more quiet. I could talk to y'all. All right, so let me pull up the letter that his team has submitted. Now, his team has submitted a 6-page letter asking for his release as well. So this is what his team has submitted. It says, Sean Combs' lawyer, 6-page letter asking for release today on bail. It has just been docketed. It says, Mr. Combs, child, it's loud. Mr. Combs moves for the release on appropriate conditions pursuant to whatever code, pending his sentencing proceeding. Given the jury's clear verdict acquitting Mr. Combs of the RICO conspiracy and S trafficking counts, continued detention of Mr. Combs is inappropriate. As these proceedings have demonstrated, as we told the court from the outset of this case, Mr. Combs came to New York to surrender in order to defend against the government's charges because he was committed to showing his innocence. It says, since his arrest and detention on September 17, 2024, Mr. Combs has obeyed the court, respected these proceedings, and demonstrated model behavior at MDC. And today the jury respected, and today the jury unambiguously rejected the government's allegations that Mr. Combs ran a years-long criminal enterprise or engaged in trafficking. The core of the government's case, Mr. Combs stands convicted of 2 Mann Act counts, and his sentencing exposure is substantially lower than when the government initially sought detention. The court should release Mr. Combs on the proposed conditions. So that is what his attorneys are saying, and that is what they are proposing for his release. Now, I'm going to keep you guys updated on all of the goings-ons. Let me drop the link in the chat to see if there's anybody who wants to come up. But actually, you know what? I'm only going to let people come up that I am used to seeing, because y'all not about to get on here and cut up on my live now. All right, so let me see if there's anything else. Let me see what the prosecution is saying. Hold on one second, y'all. But y'all know it's hot out here. All right, so let me show y'all how the jurors left. All right, so this right here states that the jurors left in a government vehicle. So they couldn't even be touched. As you can see, this is the jurors leaving the courthouse. All right. So the jurors got escorted out of here, and they got out of Dodge safely. All right. And as you can see, they got escorted out. So let me continue to look through these tweets and let y'all know what's happening. All right. That was the jurors leaving out. Oh, wow. All right. So that was the jurors leaving out. Let me go. All right. So this is the pending bond package. Okay. So let me show you guys the pending bond package. This is the proposed release conditions. And let me pull this up for y'all right now. Let me pull this up. If you guys are enjoying the show, which, I mean, it ain't much of a show, but if you guys are enjoying, definitely hit the like button. If y'all want to support the channel, y'all know y'all can always donate here down at Niquelaclaire. We love a little, coffee or a lot of $10, $20, $30 holla for being boots on the ground and bringing y'all the information. Now, they are proposing a $1 million bond, all right, for him to get released. And let me show you, this is what the defense, or the conditions that the defense is proposing. Let me pull it up for y'all. Let me pull it up. One second. Hold on. Let me get it on the screen. But they're proposing a $1 million bond. All right. And what do y'all think? What do you guys think that the conditions should be if he is to be released, or do you feel he should be released at all? Y'all let me know down below. But let me, I'm getting it together so I can put it on the screen for y'all real quick. But this is his proposed bond. And let me hold on one second. I'm trying to do multiple things at once, child. I am the cameraman, the producer. I am the editor-in-chief. I'm doing all the jobs right now. We doing all the jobs right now, all at once. Hold on one second, y'all. But they're proposing a $1 million bond, I'll tell you that. But let me get this on the screen. One second. One second, y'all. 1 second. Bear with me. In the meantime, what do you think the outcome should have been? Do you think that he should have been found guilty? Do you think that it should have been not guilty? What charges, if you feel there is a split, what charges do you think should have been guilty or not guilty, or however it goes? Let me know down below. But let's pull up what they are proposing. You said not guilty. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you guys. All right. So this is the defense's proposal. All right. This is what the defense is proposing. It says the defense proposes the following bail package. They want a $1 million bond, and they want the bond co-signed by Sean Diddy Combs, his mother, his sister, and the mother of his oldest daughter. It says Mr. Combs' travel will be restricted to the Southern District of Florida, Central District of California, and the Southern District of New York to attend court to meet his counsel, as well as the Eastern District of New York and of the District of New Jersey. And it says to the extent that his travel is to and from New York that involves airport and districts. And then it says Mr. Combs' passport is surrendered to pretrial services, and they're going to do rug testing as ordered by pretrial services and all other standard conditions as well. So they want to offer up a $1 million bond where he has his mother, the oldest mother of his children, sign for his release, okay? And they're gonna say he ain't gonna be on the 2C or the Boosie or the MD whatever, okay? They said we're gonna do testing and all of that for him to be good. So that is what their proposal is. Let me see if the prosecution has submitted their proposal, because I assume they're working out deals right now. All right, I'm assuming that they are working out deals. Now, Cassie Ventura's lawyer made a statement afterwards. So let me show you guys the statement that Cassie's lawyer shared. 1 second, y'all. I am showing everything that I'm finding and give it to y'all. Who's fighting? Who is that? Oh, wow. She swung. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't, y'all see it on somebody else live.
Obviously, we would have liked to have seen a conviction on the sex crimes and RICO counts, but we're pleased that he's been held responsible for something, which is something that hasn't happened in his lifetime. And, we're hopeful that ultimately he receives a substantial sentence for what he's done. And, we're pleased that Cassie's brought to light everything that has happened in this trial. I just spoke with her and with the U.S. Attorney's Office team, and she's in a good place. She's pleased that, again, that the jury has found him liable, or actually guilty of 2 federal crimes.
What was her reaction?
And I've issued a statement as well on our Twitter as well. Her reaction is what I just said. Her reaction was that she was pleased that he's been found guilty and held responsible of 2 federal crimes, something that he's never been held responsible in his entire life. And she's happy that in November of 2023, she came forward and shined a light on this and brought other people forward who have various civil claims. And so we'll see what happens with the sentencing. All right. Thank you very much.
All right, so that was Cassie's lawyer. And as I continue to find different things, I'm going to be sharing them with you. Let me now look to see if there has been any proposal for the bond package as it pertains to the prosecution. So let me see if they have said anything. Child, it's ghetto out here, y'all. All right, I don't see any proposals. All right, let me show you how much time Diddy is facing. And this is basically according to preliminary calculations. All right, so let me show you. Oh, y'all want to see the mess? That's what's going on there. But YouTube has been cracking down on showing the you know, the certain activities. So let me show you guys what Diddy is facing. This report is saying that he is facing anywhere from 51 to 63 months. Now, I don't know if that is what it's actually going to be, but let me just show you guys what the word on the curb is. Let me show y'all this next thing right here. Hopefully they don't swing this way and stay over there, child, because they getting heated. And y'all know I try to stay away from the drama, but the police is standing right here. The police is standing right here, child. I guess they saying if I don't see nobody swing, y'all just doing a lot of talking. They ain't really even doing nothing. So let me show y'all what this is showing. All right. So this says based upon, hold on, I can't even see that. Let me pull it up. All right, based upon this office current understanding, including through representation by the defense, and the defendant has 0 criminal history points. In accordance with the above, the defendant criminal history category is I3 or 1-3. The sentencing range accordingly based only on the preliminary calculations set forth above. The defendant's guideline range is at least 51 to 63 months imprisonment. The government notes, however, that the guidelines applicable at the sentencing may be higher than this preliminary calculation. The government has not had adequate time to carefully consider all potentially applicable guidelines provisions. For example, as the court is aware, evidence presented at trial in support of the defendant conviction on counts 3 and 5 overlaps substantially with evidence related to trafficking counts. Accordingly, much of this conduct is not included in the guidelines definition. All right. So according to this guideline, it's saying that he could be facing 51 to 63 months. Now, whether or not he faces that time, I really don't know. He could get 0 time, okay? He could get time served. He could get whatever they want to give, you know. The main thing that carried the most weight was the RICO. That was the longest sentence for his convictions if he would have got convicted on it. Now, a lot of people are, like I said in the beginning of this live, basically confronting content creators and stuff like that about people's opinion and, oh, how do you feel now? Child, listen. My position is always going to be what it is. I'm not one of those people that because you feel a way, I'm going to change how I feel. Now, I told y'all through all of my lives, and this is my personal opinion, I think that he was guilty of some charges. And I always said, I don't think he's guilty of all of the charges. All right. So returning a verdict where he is found guilty on some of the charges, I don't think that that's too off base. Now, as it pertains to Cassie and the S trafficking, I personally, my personal belief, based on what I saw, the evidence that I saw, I believe that the Cassie charge should have upheld. That's my belief. But there was a jury of 12 people, a jury of his peers that were largely based on majority men. Okay. So I'm not too shocked about it. But the people who are confronting other people, they're acting as though like anybody could have had, a difference of a thing. One thing about it, I didn't think that it was in all not guilty. I just didn't think that it was possible. The way that they had a hang up on the RICO, and they said that they were gridlocked on the RICO. I didn't think that it was possible for it to be a full not guilty verdict. I just didn't think that was possible, and that's what I said. A lot of people are like, "Oh, well, people's credibility is at stake." My credibility is solid. Okay, I don't make up news. I don't make up salacious headlines. I stick to the facts, and based on the facts that I saw, I feel that he was guilty of the Cassie charge. That's what I feel. And he got found guilty on one half of the Cassie charge. Cassie created two charges. She was the S trafficking charge and the transportation charge. Both of those were as it pertains to Cassie. So when I say that I feel like he's guilty of Cassie, he still got found guilty for Cassie. He still got found guilty for that. So a lot of people are like, well, how are you gonna feel going forward? I'm gonna get on the flight, go home, hug my daughter, and look on the internet for the next thing to cover. All right. So that's what that is, period. Child. But I like when people are big mad in the comments. Y'all be real mad. Y'all be real mad, child. And I be trying to figure out, child, are y'all working on y'all resume? Hopefully y'all send y'all resumes bright and early to Combs Enterprise, because he gonna need a whole new army of soldiers. Okay. And he might have a position available for you. A lot of y'all sound like y'all trying to position yourselves to be part of the Diddy camp so that y'all could get a piece of the action. And I'm telling you, child, they said they was hiring people off Craigslist. So stay tuned to the Craigslist ad to see if there is a listing that gets posted. You might get a job. Who knows, But as for me, I'm going to sleep good, okay? I'm going to sleep good. Right. And also, I told y'all when I did my live, I said, I'm going off of the energy from Diddy's team. There is nobody who told you that Diddy wasn't stressed yesterday. They were scrambling yesterday. Okay? That is not a lie. Diddy was sunken in his chair. His team was surrounding around him. They were looking worried. They were looking stressed. And that is a fact that you can go on mainstream media and also get those same details that I told y'all before they said that. Before mainstream media started reporting how Diddy was acting in the courtroom, I came to y'all and I told y'all how Diddy was acting in the courtroom. They were nervous. They were stressed. Brian still was crying. So I can only go off of that energy. That happened in court. I don't care what the verdict was. That literally happened. And that is what I said yesterday. I said, I can only go off of what the energy is. I said it could come back and be something totally different. I said, but this energy is intense, which the energy was intense. It was intense. Oh, somebody done put $50 on the floor. Hold on. Thank you. You said keep up the great work. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me try to highlight this. Let me find it. When they put that $50 on the table, I didn't even see that. Child, where that $50 dono at? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find. Dang, I don't know how long ago that was. I didn't even see that. But anyways, but you know, the men feel some type of way, child. The men be feeling some type of way. You said, why am I screaming? Because I'm outside and it's a lot of noise, and I don't know if y'all can hear me if I talk low, and I want to make sure that y'all hear me. Thank you so much for the $49.99, Miss Morris. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate y'all so much. But yeah, I like to tussle now. Not a Nika at Night baby oil extravaganza. I don't like too much oil now. Y'all be so mad. Why y'all so mad? Why is y'all so mad? Why is y'all so mad? Why is y'all so mad? Where is this? Oh my goodness, that's so loud. Murad, they calling you. Oh, thank you.
Hey guys.
Thank you.
How you guys
Hey,
doing?
y'all.
They're in my live so they can hear you.
Oh, they hear me over here chatting it up. Yes, they are. It's really loud. Where they going? Who they going for? They said your explanation of the courtroom yesterday was vivid and priceless. Your emotion captured the moment for us not there yet.
Emotion, yeah.
Yes. What how I explained to y'all the court. What was the atmosphere yesterday before they let everybody know that there was a partial verdict? Like, just explain
We were just chilling.
But explain the build up for like when Agnifilo came in, when
he was
Diddy
pacing up
in.
and down the room. And I'm thinking, why is this man pacing up and down the room? I don't understand. Then I saw the sketch artist. When she comes back in the room, some shit's about to pop off. Because that means Diddy's coming back. Because she ain't drawing nobody else but Diddy. He's the main person to drop. Then I see Brian Steele, prosecution come in. Then Diddy comes in wearing the same yellow that he was wearing yesterday. Probably didn't wash it. Musty. Comes in. Hairline has gone way back to the 1950s. Sits there on his chair. And we're just thinking, okay, they're bringing everybody in to wrap everything up.
Right.
We ain't going to get no verdict. Then a jury note gets passed to the judge at 4:05. The judge reads it out. The jurors have reached a verdict. All of us. I know me. I was gasping. I was like, I remember Lauren LaRosa was sitting like above me. I feel like I saw you around the area. I saw BJ, I saw so many other content creators there. We were all like shocked.
Right.
Shocked. And then we were expecting it today. And then there was an issue about deliberation and only a 4 counts, not 1. So it was very nerve-wracking. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
It was a lot going on.
Whole lot of. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm gonna be able to get a nice little a nice little dinner. A nice little dinner. Who is this calling me from New York? That's Marad Morelli. Marad Morelli. But yeah, we've been y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. Child. Not y'all saying Armand turned rogue. Y'all is a mess. Armand was making his grand exit out of here. Let me see if there has been any proposals, anything new. Let me see. Let me refresh. Let me refresh social media. All right, let me see if I could add. Is there anybody that I could trust to come up? Because I'm not letting no randos up here. I'm not letting no randos that I don't know. But I just dropped the link. If I recognize you and I know you ain't no weirdo, then I'll let you up and then we could talk about it. We could talk about it. Who is this Steven person? I ain't never seen Steven before. Dang, I wish I could like preview. Let's see. You said let's talk facts. All right, if you could show yourself on camera, I'll let you up. Just make sure no crazy language. What's your thoughts?
Hey, you look beautiful, first of all. And thank you. Boots on the ground, thank you so much. You're the first one I clicked to. I hate to say this, that I said this from the beginning, and I hate that I'm right. I feel like Diddy's gonna get out with time served, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, he was in jail, so you should be good." I just think something fishy gonna go on. Like first, I thought it was gonna be a mistrial. They tried that about 4 or 5 times. Then I thought that it would be he's gonna get out. I just I don't like that I feel that way, but I just think he's gonna get out. He's gonna bail out.
What do you think about the verdict, though?
I'm wondering what happened to all this stuff they were saying. What happened to the oil supposed to have ketamine in it or whatever?
Well,
remember that?
In the trial.
Right. And then what happened to Lil Rod? So Lil Rod was the second one. Like it was Cassie and Lil Rod. So what happened to Lil Rod? Like they didn't call him, get his testimony or nothing?
Oh, child, hold on. They asking me to do an interview on CNN. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. That was who was calling me. Hold on, wait.
I told you, I said it was Wendy Williams, but I knew it was somebody big.
Wait, hold on. They just text me. Hold on, wait. I'm reaching out to see if you're available to join Laura for an interview on CNN tonight. Oh, hold on, wait. Let me go. CNN calling me, child. They was calling me. Y'all heard me. I said, who calling me from New York?
I said Wendy Williams.
Let me call him back. Hold on.
Wow.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna hang up the live because it's not letting me. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta hang y'all up because I'm going live from my phone. I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna set that up. I'm gonna call them right back. So, hey, tell the people, hey.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Hey.
My thing is,
don't say nothing crazy.
I'm not.
Okay.
Stop attacking Black entertainers. If you're gonna come for everybody,
Just don't come for Diddy, come for.
But what about okay, we gonna continue this later. Let me call CNN back. I gotta call CNN back. I gotta call CNN back. I gotta call CNN.
That's my only thing.
Okay, all right. Just give me a second. Let me call CNN back. Hold on one second.
Girl.